Superficial beauty traits that masculine men notice first in feminine women. Hello ladies, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are going to talk about the beauty traits that men notice first in feminine ladies. And I say superficial because whether we like it or not, we live in a superficial society. And whether we like it or not, we are always going to judge a book by its cover. And so that is why it's important for us to present ourselves in the most fashionable way that we know how, especially as us women. Because men are visual creatures. They are more visual than us by design. And so it is important that we keep awareness of these beauty traits and take the best care of our feminine essence in order for men to approach us and ultimately pursue relationships with us. Okay, so I have created this list for you, and I'm going to be kind of looking over at my screen and then at the camera, so just bear with me. I'm trying to find new ways of filming videos. I'm kind of just trying out several different methods for myself to see what I like best. So just bear with me. I know my background changes a lot, but like I said, we're just going to roll with it. Okay, so the number one thing that men love to see in a feminine woman in order to approach her is her smile. Now I know that we live in a culture that says if you smile for a man, you are a 50s subservient traditional housewife. And this is just crazy. I mean, I laugh at these sort of ideologies because, I mean, when you really, like, repeat it back to yourself, you're like, wait, this sounds ridiculous. This is just the ideas that society has created and portrayed to us online. So, again, X that, because masculine men are always going to love happy, joyful, feminine women. They have always loved joyful, feminine women. There's a level of happiness that men really want to see on a woman because it says a lot about their status as men, okay? And so feminine energy is warmth and emotional connection and joy and being able to find beauty in the little things. That is what feminine energy does. And masculine men don't have the same connection to their heartfelt feelings as feminine women do. And so when we smile, it shows that we are vulnerable. Smiling is a very vulnerable thing to do. It shows that we wear our heart on our sleeve. And it also represents being approachable and open. And feminine energy is always approachable and open. And when you are kind of just, sitting down and you're in a crowd of people and you're just sitting there like this, there's no smile on your face. Your teeth are not bright and shining and straight and well groomed and well taken care of. Why on earth would you look approachable in that manner? So it's very important to have your energy wide open and sitting up straight and smiling, thinking, being in your head, being in your heart, fantasizing, just smiling about whatever comes to your mind. Smiling because, the couple next to you are all lovey-dovey. You're smiling because you're thinking about a joke that your friend told you earlier. And so there's so many reasons to smile and find joy in your heart that literally ascends into your headspace and comes out through your heart. There are genuine smiles, and then there are fake smiles. There are more programmed smiles, and then there are authentic smiles. And I think that you know the difference between a genuine smile and a more, fake it till you make it kind of smile, where you just turn the camera on and, take a photo for the camera. We don't really see a lot of authentic smiles anymore. The smiles that the smiling with your eyes, I call it the smize. And this smize is kind of lost in culture today. And so that's really missing from us women. And it is our gift to men. Studies actually show that Men prefer women to be smiling in their photographs in order to approach them, and women prefer men to remain more stoic and look less emotional, because psychologically speaking, this represents that he was more wise, rational, calm, composed. He could easily detach from emotions. So we women actually much prefer men who don't have as much joy, and that they don't radiate much more joy and smiley, happy-go-lucky energy as we do. And so it is important, if we want to keep that harmonious, healthy polarity, that we are the ones that are smiling and open and receptive to a man's approach. Okay? So, next beauty trait that masculine men will notice first in feminine women is your eyes. Your eyes. Your eyes that are wide, they're white, open, they're clear, okay? They're not red and bruised and beat up, but having clear eyes, signs that you are healthy and vital. And I'm going to go through actually a few more of these traits, and then I will come back to that point of how it all ties into evolution. Okay? So, your eyes. Having clear eyes, vibrant eyes, this is a big trait that men will notice in you, and if you are signaling health to him, okay? So next trait, and then we'll circle around back to that, is your luscious hair. Your luscious, beautiful hair. When your hair is long, it looks nourished, shiny, vibrant. That represents that you are a woman. Women always typically have long, beautiful, luscious hair. It is men that have the shortcut, short hair. A lot of men deal with balding, so that's actually a really big genetic trait for men. So having those luscious locks, are going to signal that you are a beautiful, healthy, feminine woman. I know it's really common today to, put glue-in extensions in your hair and do a lot of color processing and have a lot of fun with it and do braids and just a lot of things that really overall damage our hair and the integrity of it. But men are really going to pay attention to whether your hair is vibrant and healthy, or it is more fried, frizzy, it looks dead, it doesn't look well nourished, it's not really well groomed and taken care of. These are very, very important traits when they are choosing a lifelong partner. And again, I will go ahead and circle back to that and the reason for that after I cover a few more beauty traits. So, after your luscious hair, your skin, he will notice if your skin is glowing, if you have a very even complexion, you don't have dark spots, age spots all over you, wrinkles, you don't have a bunch of pimples and acne all over your face, your face is more clear and glowing, it looks more radiant, it looks more nourished. These are gonna, again, signal that you are healthy and vital. So also having rosy red cheeks, rosy red flushed cheeks, we put blush on our cheeks and emphasize these parts on our face for a very important reason that goes all the way back to ancient times of procreating with men. And having rosy red cheeks meant that you were in good nourishment and you had a lot of blood circulation in your face, okay? And so the next point of the next beauty trait that men will notice in you, in first approaching you, is, to no surprise, your beautiful body, your feminine silhouette. Now, we know that men lead with sexual attraction and sexual desire. That is what draws men towards us when they are sexually attracted to us. That is that sexual energy that is pulling him towards you in order to multiply the earth with you, okay? But your beautiful body, having those feminine curves and accentuating the feminine silhouette, it represents so many feminine signs of health and fertility, okay? So let's go ahead and circle back to all of these beauty traits from an evolutionary standpoint. Your eyes, your skin, your rosy red cheeks, your luscious locks, and your body. These all represent to a man that you are a fertile, young, healthy woman that can bear his children and carry on your genes to his children, and that the children are going to be more likely to survive, okay? Having a nourished body in all of these signs that are showing in your physical appearance. So, having those clear eyes, having those rosy red cheeks, having those vibrant, plumped lips, these are going to signal to him that you are well nourished and that your body can hold the weight of a child. And so being attracted to your body, it's so fascinating seeing the trend blow up on social media of women injecting their lips, women injecting their breast, plumping them up, injecting their bums, making their hips more accentuate, and having those flat tummy and curvy waist. It's all very fascinating that these trends blow up, but it's not fascinating because it's hardwired into us to find that attractive. Men have always sought out for women that had the flat tummies, because the flat tummies represented that she was not pregnant with another man's child, okay? And the wider hips meant that she was woman, that she had enough weight on her to bear a child in her lower tummy. The plump breasts meant that she could produce milk to feed the babies. And the plump lips meant that she was nourished, well taken care of, and well fed even in herself, okay? So all of these things that we see blow up in the beauty industry of plumping up everything with these fake injections, because we have lost a lot of our own collagen and nutrition as a society, as Americans. Honestly, we have the worst food here in America. We have the worst diets here. We take care of ourselves in the worst ways, and it's really quite fascinating to that standpoint, because we are so privileged here. We are the most privileged and have the most freedom here in the West, but we have the worst food. And so because of losing all of these essential nutrients and having nourishing, healthy bodies, we have substituted it for injecting ourselves and getting plastic surgery. And so from evolutionary standpoints, this is why men are going to be attracted to you and notice these beauty traits first when deciding to approach you and pursue a committed relationship with you, okay? Because every man's need, I guess, they have a need to plant their seed and multiply the earth. Okay, now I'm getting off the track, but anyways, let's go ahead and go to the next point. Your confidence. Your confidence is another huge trait that he will notice in you first. The way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, the way that you present yourself around not only him but other people, the way that you walk. You walk with this sort of confidence about yourself that just says that you know that you are the prize. Your shoulders are back, your back is up straight, and you just own it. You know, you walk like you own your body. You own your femininity. This is very, very important to men that you have and attain this sort of confidence, because it's going to show him that you have standards for yourself. You know, you are very selective in your mate choice. Not just any man can come up to you, pursue you, and easily catch you. You are harder to catch. And so this sort of feminine confidence of, look at who I am, look who I can be, is very, very different than your masculine confidence of, look what I can do. And I talk a lot about masculine versus feminine confidence, and there is a huge difference. And so if you want to know more about that, just go watch some of my videos on my TikTok and Instagram feed. But there's a huge difference in being able to be confident in femininity and then having that more faked confidence in your masculine energy, okay? And so confidence is a very important trait when men are going to pursue and approach you, okay? Last beauty trait that masculine men will notice in feminine women that I will leave this video with is how you communicate. Yes, so the way that you communicate and speak is going to say a lot about you as a feminine woman. And working on your speech and your tones, this is very, very important when masculine men are wanting to pursue a relationship with you. You know, if you are coming off to him as very aggressive, harshly toned, very rough and demanding, and just kind of a lot of tight in your speech, tightness in your speech, and especially explicit language, which you guys know that I am always talking about. This is a huge turnoff to masculine men, and so they will notice when you are a feminine woman and you have all of these signs that you are vital and healthy, and you know, you're poised and you have this beautiful sexy body and you hold yourself in as a supermodel, but the way that you speak is very aggressive and harshly toned. It just kind of throws everything off, and it kind of leaves men a little bit confused. And I know that being vulgar and explicit is very normalized in this culture today, and that's due to the music industry and the things that we listen to, the things that are mainstream and plays on the radio. You know, we've become so desensitized to curse words and explicit language, but it has affected us on so many deep psychological ways that we just cannot even imagine. And so, yes, it's become more normalized to curse, but I promise you it's more unattractive when a lady is using explicit vulgar language than when a man is doing it. And I'm not saying that men should be using vulgar language, because actually it is a huge turnoff to me, but it's even more of a concern if a woman is doing that, okay? Because it is unladylike extremely to use vulgar, aggressive language, okay? And so I just wanted to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. So as always, if you are not following me on Instagram or TikTok, make sure you go follow me there at Carlee the Relationship Guru. I also have an e-guide of feminine energy men that I have created for you at carleetherelationshipguru.com. I'm going to list all my links down below. Make sure you go check out all my content, because all platforms have different types of content, okay? And of course, if you have any questions or need one-on-one coaching, make sure you leave it down below or send me an email. I am more than happy to work with you if you do need more help and guidance in your relationships, in your feminine journey, and in your communication tactics. So, of course, thank you so much for being here. And until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Mwah.